No families this year.
I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more.
Simplicity to me is really the ultimate sophistication.
I wake up in the morning, hold my hands and pray for rain. I got a head full of ideas.
You know, I was born in a small town, Ortonville to be exact. My parents were mostly blue-collar workers. My dad was a butcher, my mom was in the medical field. And growing up in that area, really, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't have a broad perspective of different careers around me. So later in life, you know, moved down to Iowa, Bancroft, and it was the same kind of thing, small town, farm town, not a lot of people, no city life. In about 5th grade or so, we decided to move back up north to Minnesota. And it was around 5th grade or so that graphic design really started to come in my life, you know, the creative field of skateboarding and snowboarding and music. And I became friends with some people that were in that lifestyle, and that's really what led me to where I am today. It took me down the path that I wanted to be. And back then I remember looking at Thrasher magazines and all the ads and all the photos and just the way stuff was laid out and the whole lifestyle of it. And I remember grabbing ads out of there or photos out of there and trying to draw them exactly the way that they were seen in the magazines and thinking how cool, you know, those were. And it wasn't until I graduated high school that I really found what I wanted to do, and that's when I kind of decided to go to Hennepin Tech and get a 2-year degree in graphic design. And after that, I didn't really know how to get a job in design or what to do or where to go with that, and I kind of did other things for a year, maybe a year and a half. And at that point in my life, I realized that this was a lot more than just a career. It was almost a lifestyle. So I decided to go back to the Art Institute for 2 more years and get a full degree. And there is where I really learned the fundamentals that I needed to take photographs and do video and do editing and art and painting and graphic design. And the fundamentals of that is really what led me to where I am and what led me to become who I am. You never really know until you try. You got to take a chance, and if it works out, that's great. And that path for me was the visual field. You know, I've had a lot of opportunities to work with some pretty big companies that have sent me places that I wish I could go on my own, but I've been going there on their dime, and it's just been an amazing experience, you know. Doing some photo shoots with some snowboard companies on mountains and doing some stuff for magazines, and it's just been a wild experience. One day I decided to start my own company, Loula Visual, and that's given me the opportunity not only to do stuff for other companies, but do a lot of cool shit for myself. And I think that's a huge part of the lifestyle and the design field, is whether it doesn't make somebody else happy, you know, creating stuff for yourself, if it makes you happy, that's what it's all about. You know, so here I am. It's basically a full circle. Growing up in a small town, moving to the cities to go to art school, and then kind of moving back to a small town is really what I love and who I am. I mean, how can you go wrong with a little bit of land and woods? And being able to work out of my house at my desk or traveling, you know, in a hotel, just wherever you want, basically, has been able to do that because of the internet. And in this field, design, you can basically do that from anywhere. Being in the lifestyle of skateboarding and snowboarding and fashion, photography and art and design has basically led me to be where I want to be in life.
She wears an Egyptian ring, sparkles before she speaks. She wears an Egyptian ring, it sparkles before she speaks. She's a hypnotist.